Hello, lovelies. Oh my god. What? Okay. Anyways. Hello. Okay, I feel like I'm seeing everything for the first time again. Oh my god. Okay, anyways, I was going to say, hello. Been a minute since we've, not chatted, but been a minute since I vlogged. Okay, that's what we're going with. Been a minute since I vlogged. Missed it, but I've also been working like crazy, and life's been crazy. Yeah, but I have a very fun weekend, and it actually turned into a longer weekend because on Thursday I ended up going home early from work because I got really sick from all the fumes in the building, and then that carried over to yesterday. So I basically now have a 4.5 day weekend, although I did lay in bed for half of yesterday and then sat at my computer for the other half of yesterday. But, today is Saturday now, and I'm feeling much better. Still a little lightheaded, little bit of a migraine still going on, so, staring into this light is just great. There was just fuzzies in my vision. Wow, I promise I'm not about to pass out, but I also haven't eaten anything yet. What's the plan? The plan is I have no groceries. So I need to go to Target. I was debating doing a pickup, but then I was like, actually, I really want to browse the books. As one does. I feel like I haven't been keeping up on new releases-ish, only the ones that have really caught my eye. I also have started a few new series. Yeah, oh, I remembered why I came up here now. Oh, also, new shelf. Wow, it's not been a minute because this is only 2 weeks old, but it's been a minute since we chatted like this. Oh my god. Why do I feel like I hate this entire clip and it's not what I wanted, but now we're here. So, what else was I saying? Yeah, so I started a few new series, so we're gonna go see if there's sequels at Target. I don't think there's going to be because of the series that it is, but I also am trying to collect my new comfort readers books because I only have 3 of them out of a 12 book catalog. I'm pretty sure it's 12 or 13. I think it's 12. No, it's 15. So I found a lot of them secondhand, but I haven't pulled the trigger yet because tomorrow is one of the quarterly fire sales at the used bookstore that I go to all the time, half off books. So basically they use 2 different price tags. One is green and one is blue. Everything that is green is up for the fire sale. So it's paperbacks are $2, kids books are $1, hardbacks are $3, and then they have physical media too. They have CDs, DVDs, vinyls. I think they have cassette tapes. They kind of have everything there, and I love them and they're great. So I'm going to that tomorrow, and then Monday is Labor Day. So I have a list of books that I'm on the lookout for at the fire sale, and then also that I want to pick up if there's any good Barnes & Noble Labor Day sales. That's the plan. Basically just a book weekend. There are some very fun things though that I am in the middle of. I got my dragon shelf set up here. So I'm in the middle of the Aragon books, but I'm taking a break on that because for whatever reason I can't do that audiobook while I'm driving. I can do the audiobook if I'm working on cosplays and stuff, or if I'm crafting. I can sit and listen to the audiobook for 10 hours straight on my headphones, but for whatever reason I can't do it while I'm driving. I don't know if it's just the narrator's voice is too calming. Instead, I was listening to the A Touch of Darkness series. So the first 3 books are free on Audible, so I listened to all 3 of those very quickly instead, and I have not made it to the 4th one yet. It's on Kindle Unlimited, but I really liked the way that I was kind of jumping back and forth between the Kindle version and the physical book and the audiobook. It was kind of hitting all of those bases. And so then when I finished those, I was skipping between a few different things, and then I settled on listening to The Poppy War, which is over here. Sorry, I keep pointing to these shelves. I could readjust so that it's more in the middle, but so I listened to the first Poppy War. I finished that very quickly, and it was one of the best books that I have read ever. It was a little difficult to read at 6 in the morning, or listen to at 6 in the morning, but the audiobook was so intriguing. There was one day I was working on paperwork at work, literally just like no brain sorting paperwork, and I had my AirPod in listening to the audiobook for like 6 hours straight, just like sitting in an empty office, like sorting paperwork, like literally so good. Not emotionally ready for the second or the third one yet, even though I know they're gonna be fantastic. But I already have the second one on Audible. So when I'm ready for that, I can, do that. Instead, what I did was I picked up From Blood and Ash, and I tried to read the physical book a few months ago when I first bought it. It wasn't really striking my fancy. I got confused on the tropes, gonna be honest. I knew going into it, it was like a vampire book, and then I read the first page and I was like, wait, this doesn't feel very vampire-y. Should have just waited like 10 more pages, I don't know. But the font in the physical book was like a little hard for me to get super into when I was first getting into it. So I found the audiobook. I'm like halfway through, maybe a little more than halfway through From Blood and Ash. I got to a point where there was a very significant thing just happened, and it was a little bit upsetting. And I was feeling a little bit like I was in a book slump before I was reading From Blood and Ash. So I, of course, went to my comfort author, Elle Kennedy, and I started just tearing my way through hockey romances. Because something about hockey romances just is, I love them. I love them so much. So hang on, let me look at my Goodreads. So yes, over the last 2 days, I have in fact read 3 hockey romances by Elle Kennedy. Yeah, and I have actually decided that See Where Assistant to the Villain is up there. That is my cowboy romance slash not sure what other type of romance is going up there, but it is opposite my dark romance shelf because I'm much more of like a dark romance, billionaire romance really. I'm not much for small town romances. Except for hockey, for whatever reason, like, it does not matter what the other tropes are in it. If it's a hockey romance, I will read it. But anyways, I think I want to move Assistant to the Villain. I think I'm going to move it up onto that sci-fi slash fantasy shelf, or I don't know, honestly. I'm going to move it, and I want to make an Elle Kennedy section over there, but like I said, I only have 4 of her books. So I'm on the lookout for those. I feel like I just talked so much nonsense and in circles, and I do this thing where I don't finish sentences, and then when I'm editing, I'm like, why did I do that to myself? Like, I have to cut out this whole sentence now. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed my rambling. I just spent so much money for someone who works very full-time, and by the time that I get home, I'm not hungry. But if you didn't know, I have a tendency to work in cooking shows. I work in a lot of reality TV. And at the end of cooking shows, a lot of the time, all the ones that I've worked on at least, they do a giveaway of all of like the leftover stuff. So my pantry is just stocked full of like dry goods. Like, sorry, I'm covering a brand. I have like 3 of these of like rice. I have so much rice. I have like 10 different kinds of rice. But the one thing that I did eat up completely was all of the pasta and all of the perless couscous. Target didn't have couscous, and I'm like devastated because chicken with like seasoned lemony couscous is like my new favorite dish to make. I have been craving pasta though, and I was like, there's no really good pasta places around me. Like, there was this really authentic Italian place, but it closed. Like, the people who owned it just retired. They didn't like pass it on. They just closed. So, I did get these Halloween towels. I am aware it is August 31st today. I also did stock up on like just mac and cheese for when my niece and nephews come. So that's also a whole thing. But I was in the self-checkout and I was like scanning things and I was like, oh no, this is supposed to be like 10 to 15 items. I definitely have more than that. Like, I got an espresso for free and I haven't tried it yet, so I obviously had to get an espresso pods, and all of the boxes for the vanilla were like super damaged. So I was like, well, maybe these aren't good, but they're what I wanted. I have vanilla syrup. I could have made my own. Whatever. Yeah, but I actually really want to try this. What time is it? It's 11:20. I could have another coffee. We have an espresso at work that I've like had, but a lot of those ones I don't love. I also broke and I saw these really 2 pretty books, and I was like, I have a weakness for sprayed edges, if you didn't know. So I got both of them because I know this author is supposed to be really good, and they both have gorgeous sprayed edges, and these were the last two there. Yeah, they're not even the books that I went there looking for. I will say though, hang on, I took a picture of it. I went there looking for L. Kennedy books, and I have the two new books, The Graham Effect and The Dixon Rule, and then I have Bad Girl Reputation, and then I have The Deal. And I have The Deal, which is like the first of her like big published hockey romances. And I have The Deal in the original indie cover. So I've been looking for the indie covers, but I know that they've been remaking all of the off-campus series with like the cartoon covers. And the spines of those are so cute. But I already have The Deal in the indie cover. And so I was looking and I didn't see any of them. And also they had Bad Girl Reputation and The Dixon Rule on like on the one shelf that's like the book talk shelf. And then I randomly found the first three off-campus books, and there was one copy that was the original indie cover. And I lined them up because I was like, this is hilarious. Wait, okay. Yeah. I was like, this is hilarious that they have both of these, but they have one of the original cover. And I was like, do I get it? And then I was like, no, because that of course is the one that is, first of all, that one's not my favorite. It's like one of them, it's like okay, I like Logan's book and then Garrett's book and then Dean's book and then Tucker's book. So that's like my third favorite book. But then Logan's book, one of them, or there was like four of them, and three of them had sprayed edges. And I was like, hold on now. And then I was like, no, you don't need that. You're gonna get the indie covers. And then I turned around and I saw these. Well, first I saw the Half-Blood, which is the Jennifer, oh my God, I can't remember her last name. The girl who, same author as From Blood and Ash. They had like, there's three of the Half-Blood series, and I was like, ooh, tempting. Because they all have sprayed edges and they're all pretty, and I've only seen the Half-Blood. But then I was like, okay, I need to get through the From Blood and Ash series, and then the other one, the Flesh and Fire series, because I read the premise for that one, and that one excited me a lot. And then I saw these, and then I saw this, and then I was like, oh. And then I read this one, and this is what I thought Throne of Glass was going to be, because like Throne of Glass is like, oh, an assassin comes to a king and like pretends whatever, and that's all I knew. And so I was like, oh, she's gonna assassinate the king. That's not it. But this one is literally like, I will kill the Shadow King and take his kingdom for myself. And then I was like, well, they obviously like go together, right? Because this one is the shadows between us, and this one is the darkness within us. So I was like, oh, maybe if they're not like direct sequels, then they're like interconnected universe type deal. But I honestly don't know. Yeah, I won't even mention it. I had another thing. I'm just gonna stop rambling now. I got my pasta in my new fancy bowl that I got for free. I'm very excited about it. Got the rest of my chicken for meal prep. Woo! Welcome to my bedroom. Oh, I didn't bring my new books down with me. Anyways, something so silly goofy that has happened in the last 2 weeks probably is the V key on my keyboard broke. So I ordered a new keyboard on Amazon yesterday? Thursday? Yesterday. I ordered it yesterday. And it came while I was at Target. And the keyboard that I have now is like, this is what it sounds like. You know, very clicky, but I have the cutest keycaps. Move anyway, so like, look at how cute. And it's a full-size keyboard. So the one that I ordered on Amazon is supposed to be like a retro looking one, but it's also supposed to be hot swappable, which this one is not. And that's very exciting. But I just needed something similar because I really like this keyboard, but I also don't love it at the same time. Oh my goodness, how cute. So this one, there was a couple different color options. There was one that was like a retro, so it was like the old like 90s computer grays, and it was really pretty. But I was like, my desk is really colorful, It's very, like, it's very cluttered, it's very bright, it's very cutesy. So I got a different colorway. The only thing that this keyboard doesn't have, that my current one does have, minus the wine stains, is this keyboard will not have like bright colors. My current keyboard has different colors on different sections of the keyboard. I also went with this one because this one has brown switches instead of, the options were brown, blue, or red. This one came with the brown switches, which I heard were slightly quieter. It also has like lifts if I want, and then I don't think it's wireless. So it's all black keys right now, and then it has, you can add on the pink ones if you would like, but it's also slightly condensed, so it doesn't have the middle section of keys, which is fine. The only one that I do use a lot of is the delete key, which is just right here now. Okay, but ready? Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Okay, old keyboard. Okay, when I'm like typing fast, it's like, it's a space key that's really clicky. New keyboard. Why am I literally in love? Okay, I'm going to switch angles and we will very cutesy switch out my keycaps because my current keycaps are too cute. I was looking at keyboards and I was like, okay, but I don't want to buy a cute keyboard because I'm literally going to just use my current keycaps. So what's the point of buying a cuter keyboard when I bought these keycaps that are so freaking cute?
She's hot, but goes cold, Affogatos, got one more shot espresso. She's hot, goes cold, and she's like, Affogatos, yeah, like avocados. Listen real close, don't entertain no ghost. Cause I've been chilling, forgetting this feeling, my mind right now just froze. Whoa, what do you mean to come through later? Yes, a passive object, didn't play no waiter. Even a private investigator couldn't figure her clues, so why would I date her?
Oh, I'm actually not free this weekend, but maybe next time?
Sure. She's hot, goes cold.
I really told myself that I was going to film the inside of the fire cell this time, but obviously you didn't. So we got there at like 8, and there was probably like 10 people in line, but we went to the coffee shop across the street to get coffee. That's, I think, what everyone else did. And they only had one barista working. So it took like 20 minutes to get our coffee, which was no big deal. We were in no rush. But then I think there ended up being like 20-ish people in line in front of us. So if you're the first 50 in line, you get a free bag. I have 3 of these now. I love them. They're great grocery bags because here in California, plastic bags are 10 cents. So I just have lots of these reusable bags. I ended up getting mostly kids books for my niece and nephews, which will be great for them because the kids books are all $1. So we can run through those. I actually got them the entire Percy Jackson set. My oldest niece is 9. And then my nephews are 6 and 4. I don't think they're quite here yet. I think my nephew would really enjoy Percy Jackson, but I also got them just a bunch of different Magic Treehouse books. Just a bunch of them. You know, I kind of was like, pirates, love it. Oh, the Olympics, this'll, you know, this is like, I wish I had this like a few months ago, but maybe they watched some Olympics and, you know. And then they also had these new Magic Treehouse books that were like these research guides that go along with the books. So this one is Ancient Greece and the Olympics. And so I think it just teaches you about like the history of it, but it like goes with that book. A nonfiction companion of the Hour of the Olympics. You know, so I got them a few of these, all great things. You know, I got a Cat in the Hat book for my youngest nephew. I don't know what age range kids read. Sure. Did I say Cat in the Hat? Dr. Seuss. Wait, what did I say? And then these will be just like everything to the boys. I got them 5 Minecraft books. Yeah, so that's our kids' books. And then for myself, there was quite the list of books for myself. I got 2 books from that list. So this was the only book of mine that was actually for the fire sale. So this was the one book that I got for myself that was on sale. I don't know where my Divergent or my Insurgent went. I have Allegiant and 4, and now I have Insurgent. So, yay. And then everything else, oh, here's the other book that was on my list, which was a hardcover copy of The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Woo! I wanted the hard copy because I have all of the others in hard copies as well, and they have to match. After that, I found this copy of The Wicked King tucked behind like a whole bookshelf. Like they had the books on the outside. If they were like double-sided, and you could see through them, like the YA section was the biggest one that was doing this. But there was books like, you know, with their like spines out, and then behind those books, there was books either with their spines out or like laying down or just like tossed, like stuck back behind. So you had to like pull books off the shelf to see what was back behind them. And I found this copy of The Wicked King for $6, and I was like, I want to rebind these. I already have a second copy of The Cruel Prince to rebind. I have a whole way that I want to do them, and now that I have a Cricut, it's going to be so much easier. Final book that I got, I also have a copy of this, but Assistant to the Villain in the first edition with the sprayed edges. I have the second one. I obviously went day of to get it. They had both of them, and I was like, I told Lexi, because I was there with her, I was like, hey, if I get this, because it's the first edition and I want it, do you want my old copy? And she was like, yeah, and then she grabbed the other one, the second book, because I was like, yeah, the second book came out not even a month ago. It came out on like the 2nd or 3rd of August, and it's September 1st. So she grabbed that, and then she thought about putting it back, but then I was like, no, because I'm going to give you the first one for free. You're going to have my hand-me-down. But I'm very excited about this now. I think, honestly, the other one that I have is first edition too, but it doesn't have the sprayed edges. Very excited about these. I'm going to make myself a matcha now. After that, unclear. Oh, I need to put these books away for the most part. I'm probably just going to put the kids' books back in that bag. Ooh, I also am debating, I was gonna go to Barnes & Noble tomorrow. Do I go today? That is a great question. I had some very disappointing lunch and a delightful matcha. I tried doing matcha a new way. I saw someone who did, I think they called it cold whisking, or it was something like that, but you use milk instead of water and you just do it cold. And I did that, and then I used like a little milk frother on my Keurig over there, and I just like, it has like a cold button so it doesn't heat it, because usually it like slightly heats the milk, but I used that for like the milk that was going on top. So it was very creamy matcha. It was delightful. It was delightful. And then it didn't like melt half my ice, which was grand. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to Barnes now though, because I did look and like the sale is already going. Not that it's really a sale, it's just like triple points, but I want to get the second From Blood and Ash book because I'm like a little more than halfway through the first, and I think I'm gonna switch off of that audiobook because I got Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson on Libby the other day, and I have to get started on it if I'm gonna get it done in time for my like audiobook in like the 21 days that I have. If I listen to it for 3 hours a day, it's gonna take 15 days to finish it because it's 45 hours. And I'm already down to 19 days because you get like 21 days on Libby, something like that. I also have the physical book, so I can do a little bit of both. But for right now, I'm going to switch to physically reading From Blood and Ash. So I want to get the second book in that because I have been really enjoying that. I want to finally attempt to get a physical copy of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. And then I want to look and see if they have this hockey book that I've been reading because I don't know why. I love a good hockey book. I did read a football book in like July, I think. Did not hit the same. Just didn't. Going to Barnes, let's go.
Avocados, got one more shot espresso. She's hot, goes cold.
Hello, this is in fact the first time that we are speaking today on Monday. This will also probably be the last time that we are speaking in this video, but let me just say, I've been trying to watch Harry Potter for the last 30 minutes. It's happening. I have to get out my DVD. I can't remember which of these is scratched. I think Chamber of Secrets is scratched, but honestly unclear. This is also making me realize that I should in fact go out and buy more physical media. I was about 20 minutes into Harry Potter downstairs on my computer while I was playing Minecraft, and then I decided I wanted to work on my dress and watch it on the TV. So here we are now. I've spent the last 30 minutes trying to get it to play on the TV. Play the disc, please. Please play the DVD, please.
And she's like, I forgot, oh, it's bittersweet.